Hello, my name is Harley and welcome to the Sweet Hoodoo Tarot. Today we are going to be doing a pick a card reading on which of your feminine attributes or abilities are helping you manifest the life that you want. So that way you know what you need to lean into more, and we may even get more information about what your female or feminine archetype is. All right, there are different ones. I don't really know all the names for the archetypes. I will just name them based off of what I feel your energy is, okay? So we have 3 piles to choose from. The 4th pile is a bonus reading for the subscribers of this channel. So if you want that message to resonate, make sure you are subscribed to this channel. I will be more active on this channel now that I am, concluding a part of my spiritual journey. I will have more time to give to you all and make this content, okay? So the 3 piles for you to choose from are red jasper, we have the rose quartz, and we also have adventurine. The 4th pile is a bonus reading for the subscribers, which is an amethyst crystal, okay? So before we get into the reading, I just want to let you know, until the 31st of July, if you're watching this before that, of 2023, video readings are available on my Etsy. I also offer other personal readings if you want to check out my website. That is linked in the description box. We also offer strong love products if you want to manifest the life that you want. And we also are offering spells at this time, okay? So if you want to check that out, do all that in the description box, okay? Now that you've chosen your pile, you should have chosen your pile. We're going to go ahead and get into pile 1. So let's go ahead and see what red jasper has for you all, okay? So there's a good bit of information that's going to come out here. So we have grace, alleviated burdens, and ease and difficulties, the clouds finally parting. So for some of you, you want a softer life. I feel like you guys don't want to have to work anymore for this pile. I'm just picking that up. We'll see what else comes out. We have Rhapsody, the truth. So this may be something that you didn't want to accept before. I'm definitely getting heavy 10 of wands energy with this pile. So this may be the overachievers or the strong, independent, I don't need no man, I don't need no masculine pile. And you're ready to accept that maybe that's not the truth. That's not, maybe you were programmed to feel that way, or maybe that worked for you at a certain time in your life, but it doesn't work for you anymore. All right, so we have Saturn, exactly, some sort of hard work. This is a karmic lesson that you are going through. I feel like for some of you, you want, like, I don't know, I do get the energy of discipline, though. You don't want to be lazy. So I feel like maybe you want, more time to work out, or you want more time to do things that you actually care about versus having to work and taking up time. So it's like you do want to be disciplined with this, okay? It's not like you just want to lay around and just eat Debbie cakes and stuff. I'm not getting that for this pile. So I'm not trying to say that you want to be lazy. I know that might trigger some of you. But that Saturn is also very similar to the card of truth. In some decks, Saturn represents truth. So that's, again, just a reiteration on Rhapsody here with truth, that you're coming to some sort of conclusion that you do not want some heavy burdens in your life. So actually asking for help, like a lot of times they say do nothing and get everything, especially when you're in feminine energy. So asking for help, having expectations of people helping you, receiving help, being open to help, whatever the case may be, moving forward in life with the ideal that your needs will be met and you have help and that you are allowed to have help, and that's actually really what you want, okay? So let's see. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there's some sort of change here. I feel like you were this Knight of Wands, like ripping and running. And I feel like for a lot of you, you may have achieved some sort of success in your life. It's not like you are wanting this help. It's because you're probably burnt out. Some of you guys is like burnout. Listen, and these cards have been sitting on my desk for weeks. I've been meaning to do this pick a card for so long, and I've been so agitated with just all these piles on my desk of pick a cards that I haven't done yet. And this has been sitting here waiting for you guys. So the Nine of Wands, exactly. You're burnt out. I got 10 of Wands, but the 9 of Wands will do. We have the 5 of Cups. Yeah. So you all are, you need to just work on your feminine altogether, this pile. There's a need to heal your feminine, a whole complete transformation, grace. Okay. So some of you guys need to maybe learn, watch some of these feminine coaches. There's this one chick, I can't think of what her name is. It's like Estelle something. If you like type in Estelle feminine, it may come up. I can't think of what her whole name is, but I actually like her. She's like, she seems to be Asian. I think she's Asian. I'm assume she's Asian, but I'm sorry if she's not, but she seems cool. But I was watching her content, and I really like how she, wittingly breaks down the feminine energy and how to really channel it to get the things that you want, like to obtain those more masculine material goals, but from a feminine perspective. So I think this pile needs a whole redo when it comes to femininity. It's actually interesting that I chose the red jasper for this pile, because red jasper is really good for like sugar daddy work, or like, attracting generous lovers. It's really good for bringing in it. Like I use it in like my Lilith oil, and I think I use it in my Frida oil sometimes, but it's really good for getting things done for you as a feminine, being able to live a luxurious life without having to do a whole bunch. So you need a reboot. Yep, the Hermit. So some of you guys may get a mentor. Like I said, you may be actually, like, this is actually taking the time to figure out what is blocking my feminine. This is a truth that it's taken you a while to come to. This is a karmic thing. This may show up in your astrology chart. You may have Aries ruling the 7th house, or Aries South Node, or Aries Saturn. Okay, there might be Libra Saturn, learning how to be more in your feminine. There's maybe some placements in your chart, but this is actually like going to school for this, in a sense. Not literally, maybe some of you may like charm school, I don't know, but this is like literally studying the art of becoming more feminine, and not having to go out and hustle. Some of you guys, this is from your childhood. Maybe you were, from a hard, you grew up hard, and you've learned to hustle. You learned to constantly be active. Some of you, this may even be accepting that you have some sort of like neurodivergent, like ADHD. And maybe some of you guys realize you have adult ADHD or something like that, okay? Because the Hermit could even be you guys getting therapy, okay? So I can tell you right now, for this pile, I usually don't like when people pick multiple piles. I'm not gonna lie, because I like people to follow their intuition, which will usually give you one pile. Like if you start listening to a pile and it doesn't resonate, obviously, but I like for people to get the message that for them. But this pile, I feel like you may have to choose another pile, because to get the continuation of your story, your spirits are just telling me what you need right now. They're not even talking about the life that you're going to have because of you doing this. They're saying you need a complete reboot. Okay. I do see with the Hermit card, though, you will have a much more peaceful life. Some of you may live a life where you have to be out in the world. Some of you may even be entertainers, and you feel like you have to go, go, go. But this future energy with the Hermit card is telling me that some of you guys have settled down. You've matured. If you have like ADHD or something, neurodivergent, that makes you feel like you have to go, go, go all the time, you're not going to be doing that in the future. You're going to take your time. Does he look like he's in a rush? Absolutely not. He saw that snake right there because he took his time. Some of you guys may have had reckless spending habits or reckless relationships. You may have gotten relationships too quickly because of this like masculine presenting energy. Some of you might have been okay with casual relationships in the past, and you're not okay with that anymore. It's like you're maturing, but it's coming from a feminine perspective. Some of you, this may even be an older male that helps you with this. Maybe some of you, maybe that's what you need, because you didn't have a father. So some of you, maybe you need to connect with an older male relative to help you deal with this. And I mean, you're pile 1. So 1, if we, take into numerology, it's Aries energy, but it's also very assertive, very dominant, very masculine, So it's not, if you chose pile 1, which a lot of people don't choose pile 1, but if you did, your message is that you need a whole reboot on your feminine energy. You don't really have a lot of feminine cards here other than the Hermit card, I'd say, and that 5 of Cups. So you feel like you've made a mess of things, or you've burnt yourself out. You're tired of the party. You just want stability. Okay. Some of you may even be looking for an older person, older gentleman, so not necessarily sugar daddy, but whatever. Somebody to help you, have security so you can like chill out. You're tired of the hustle. You're tired of all the go, go, go. So that's what I'm getting for you, pile one. It's not necessarily that message, but like I said, pick another pile if you want the continuation of your reading to find out what happens after you master the art of your femininity. This is going to be a 2-year process for a lot of you. It's not going to happen overnight. Keep in mind that this is subconscious wounds that seem to be even stemming from childhood or some sort of PTSD, fight or flight, I have to hustle to get it type of, this is not something that happens overnight. All right, this is deeply ingrained in who you are, and you're going to have to reprogram. Okay, so I hope that this helps, pile one. If you need anything, check out the description box, okay? The rose quartz. Let's see, what are your feminine attributes doing for you right now? What do you need to lean more into? What do you just need to know overall? So we have assert yourself even if you tremble. Take your peace by force if necessary. We gladly feast on those who would subdue us. Okay, so you're giving Lilith vibes. Pile one wasn't connected in their feminine energy at all. They were coming up as Don Juan. I should have told them that. Pile one was Don Juan. So I might actually name these in the chat, like in the comments. So this is giving Lilith, almost. I'm getting Lilith, but I'm gonna keep going. But I'm definitely getting either Medusa or Lilith with this pile. All right, so we have Lotto, instinct. That makes so much sense because assert yourself even if you tremble. Take your peace by force if necessary. So whether you're Team Nikki, Team Lotto, I don't really care about that. I'm not involved in that at all. And if you're on my channel and you're like that triggered by that, then you are not, I'm not the reader for you. So I don't even come over here with that. But there was a time when Lotto had to kind of stand 10 toes down on her own principles when it came to a bigger celebrity. You know what I'm saying? So she is the type that, you know, even if, you know, whether you agree with the situation or not, I don't care. She asserted herself in that situation. Me personally, I'm not going to lie, thinking about that, like, that's a powerhouse. Nicki Minaj is a powerhouse. Like, the thing that I think that a lot of people kind of, and I know this is like, shut up and just get to the reading, but whatever. I'm just speaking on how this is relevant to your reading. Like, Nikki's been around for years. She has built a fan base over time. You know, she's a household name. So of course she should have way more power than all of these, you know, people coming in, duh, right? But Lotto's only been on the scene, what, maybe 1 or 2 years, and she does not have, you know, the fan base, the power, etc. that Nikki has. So to like come up against that, that's scary. Like, to me, you know, I'm not saying I would back down. I probably wouldn't. Knowing me, like, I've always said that I'm the type of person that if I had to get up in front of Madison Square Garden packed, I would do it. And I actually had a time where I was in Caesars Dome and it was pretty packed and I got up there and did it. Like, I just went up there and I was just like, F it. It was scary, but I did it, you know? So that's kind of what I'm getting with this pile. Like, it's kind of giving Lilith energy. Another thing about Lotto that I find is that she demands her worth. She doesn't seem to be taking pay cuts. She seems to be doing really well financially. And I know she's saying it's for man, blah, whatever. But I feel like she's also making really good business decisions as well. So it's like, not only is it in the you know, face of adversity, but also in these boardrooms or whatever you're negotiating, you're not really negotiating. You're going with your instincts. This is what I feel like this is worth, and I'm not going to settle for anything less than that. So I feel like you're leveling up by going with your intuition, but in a way that you're anybody that's making you question your intuition or going against your intuition, you realize that they're not for you, and you're fine with that. You're drawing a line in the sand. We have Venus, okay, exactly, because Venus don't play. People think Venus is all sunshine and daisy. Go to Venus if you want to right now and try to breathe that air up. Go ahead. If y'all think Venus is just all rainbows and sunshines, it's not. Venus is a warrior. Okay, Venus is a warrior. She fights. She's about truth and justice. She's not just about, you know, warm and cuddly things. Now, I will say you guys look amazing doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You look good. Some of you guys got your body right. So that's another thing that you're doing well, your appearance. So you're leaning really into that. But I'm definitely getting like a Sekhmet, Lilith, Medusa type energy here, where you're like, I'm not taking anything less than what I deserve. I'm not taking anything less than what I deserve. I'm getting the money that I want. I'm getting the relationships that I want. Some of you guys are just really seemingly having it all. And you've always had it. But the problem is that you never really spoke up about it. You never really, you know, stuck to it. You know what I'm saying? You were like, oh, well, I feel like I should go for 10 grand, but I'll accept 7,500. Why? Who told you to accept 7,500 when you could have got a whole 10 stacks or whatever the case may be, you know? So you're not doing that anymore. You know what I'm saying? You're saying, I deserve the best. I look good. You know what I'm saying? I feel good. I'm confident. And with the rainbow here, it's leading to prosperity. Some of you, this may even be about your sexuality now that I look at that rainbow. Listen, the Ace of Swords, speak your truth even if your voice trembles. Take your peace by necessary. I'm sorry. Take your peace by force if necessary. I'm trying to read it, but like, assert yourself even if you tremble. Take your peace by force if necessary. There we go. I cannot get that out right. But that's what that is saying. The Ace of Swords. Ace of Cups. Listen, you're manifesting. Some of you guys are writing petitions or you're scripting. You are getting everything that's owed to you. Okay? Some of you, this is about a contract. This could even be getting married to the right person. Like you didn't settle and you got a really great marriage partner, but not only, you know, emotionally, but like on paper, they look great or financially. Okay. Speak it into existence. We have the High Priestess. So some of you, I'm definitely picking up on petition, spiritual work, owning your intuition. Again, instinct, High Priestess, intuition, not questioning it. I know I deserve the best. I'm not settling for anything that's not the best. I know what I'm here for. I have a purpose and it involves abundance. It involves real love. It involves top tier shit. Me looking good, me feeling good, me rolling in it. Anybody that steps up against it and says that I don't deserve this, I'm still coming for it. And I'm going to speak up on why I deserve it, or I'm going to defend myself. All right. So we have the Judgment. Yeah. Exactly. You're rising to your calling. You're not hiding from your calling. Some of you may be like powerful spiritual workers, or you could be anything that you feel you're being called to do right now. You're rising to the occasion. If it calls for you putting in your 2 weeks notice, if it calls for you cutting off a dead end relationship that isn't working anymore and being single until you meet the right person, or it takes you not taking the first contract, the first person to buy your product, or the first person to want to do a book deal with you. You're like, no, I know I can get more than that. I know God has more for me than that. You are very, very sure of your purpose. Some of you may have went to readers or got your astrology chart read, or your ancestors have shown you in some way, shape, or form what your future looks like and what you're meant for, which is abundance and prosperity. And you're not wavering from that. So your intuition is your most powerful aspect right now. Like I said, I would definitely equate this to Lilith, because I equate the High Priestess to Lilith. And that's exactly what Lilith did. She did not have a problem leaving the garden. She was like, I know there's better out there for me, where I'm going to be appreciated for who I truly am. And I don't have to suppress, who I am, and etc. So I would say this pile is more of in Lilith energy, going after what you want, using your spiritual abilities to get what you want, using your connection, because women or feminine energies naturally usually have a stronger connection with the source. When it comes to intuition, I'm not saying that men don't, but women, we just have these feelings a lot of times. And the problem is a lot of us tend to ignore it. Even when this comes into business, or finances, we'll ignore those feelings that we have. I should have did this. I should have did that. This is very reminiscent of, again, another controversial name I'll say is, J.K. Rowling. I'm saying I'm speaking pre whatever she said to make everybody mad. I'm talking about when she first created, the book. This was intuitive. It was something that she thought up, or it came to her in a dream. So this is like that sort of success. It's like you already know that your project or whatever you're trying to manifest is going to be really successful. So you're not selling it short. All right. And then we have the Sun card there to just reiterate that positivity is coming towards you. Some of you may be trying to manifest a child. Some of you may be trying to manifest the return of a lover, like your divine masculine, or you're trying to, manifest your soulmate. That's coming too. So honestly, this pile, you're kind of having everything you really want. With the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups, I mean, just like if you speak it, it's coming into existence. because you're speaking from a place of power. You're speaking in alignment with God. This is even affirmations, making sure that you're speaking positively over your manifestation. This could be chanting. This is whatever you do to manifest, but it's coming in. Okay, so I would say lean into your Lilith energy, but I'm also getting Medusa. I'm getting Sekhmet, definitely with the sun. So Medusa, Sekhmet, Lilith are the ones that come to my mind right now. Okay, so I hope that this helps. I'm going to go ahead and get into pile 3. Pile 3. So let's see what you have coming in. Pile 2 was interesting. Pile 1 was definitely a message. So let's see what pile 3 has for us. All right. So let's see. What feminine traits do you need to lean into? The Queen of Wands. Feisty and impulsive. Creativity, inspiration, passionate, and wild. Okay. What's up, my Queen of Wands? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Heavy on the Leo. See, we have cash doll, finesse. Okay. So some of you are going to be influencing people. Some people really like the way you talk, the way you dress, your charisma. You're like the it girl right now. It's giving bombshell a little bit. Bombshell vibes. So I don't know if, I think that is a feminine archetype. Don't get me lying, but I'm picking up on like bombshell energy. Like I'm getting Marilyn Monroe, any, you know, bombshell that you want to think of. Some people say Dorothy Dandridge. I'm not going to get into my Dorothy Dandridge energy right now because people are going to be mad. So I'm going to just say, you know, whatever person that you associate with being a bombshell is what I'm picking up on. Okay. So let's go ahead and see. We have Neptune. I'm telling you, you guys have influence over people. People are like seeing you through rose-colored glasses right now. Some of you may be doing some sort of work to make yourself more attractive, to make yourself appear more attractive. Like this can be actual physical work, but you could also be doing something spiritual because the Queen of Wands, she's into spiritual work. So you could be doing something spiritual to make people be seeing you a certain way, and just know that it's working. Like if you're trying to manifest influence over people, fame, but particularly beauty, or yeah, like influence to like get people to do what you want. Because the finesse is like you're getting what you want out of the situation. I have to say that. But it's through a Queen of Wands type of mean, which is like attention, influence, you know, beauty, charisma. That's how you're getting what you want from people. And I feel like for some of you, this could be a transit in your chart right now. Like you could have Neptune in your first house. You could naturally have Neptune in your first house. Like you'd be born with Neptune in your first house, which I believe Marilyn Monroe had that placement. But don't quote me, but I think she did have Neptune in first house. I know she had a bombshell placement, though. Her moon is in a placement that usually indicates bombshell energy. So, yeah, some way or another, people are seeing you through rose-colored glasses right now. They feel like you can do no wrong. We have the Eight of Wands. Look, we have the Empress. I'm telling you, like, people are seeing you at, like, in your peak power. Some of you may be pregnant. And like, that's what's causing people to want to like worship you or give to you. You know, for those of you who are pregnant, you know, a lot of people tend to dote on pregnant women, and you're like allowing it to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like you could probably do a lot more for yourself, but you're like, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna, you know, work harder when I don't have to. I'm making a child, you know what I'm saying? Which is nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you want princess treatment, this is definitely giving like princess bombshell energy. You could be getting spoiled as well. Like you could have people spoiling you. You could have people sending you money just because, like no strings attached, people giving you things like CASHAPPs, Zells coming into you while you're sitting doing nothing because the Empress is here. And I'm not saying literally not doing anything, but I'm saying like from most people's perspective with the Empress and the Queen of Wands here, you seem to be making money or like accumulating things without much work, because the Empress is sitting down. So some of you guys may literally do a job where you like sit down, or you work from home, or you're comfortable, or you may be doing modeling, which, you know, people always swear modeling's not a real job. Or some of you may just be a really kept housewife. Like you may be a kept housewife, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe that's the goal and people feel like you are, you know, about to get that soon. Or you could be doing work to manifest being a wife, being a trophy wife or a kept wife or something like that. And it's coming in. You're getting these offers, or people are communicating with you in the way that you want. You're getting those results. But yeah, I'm definitely picking up on like a bombshell archetype, but I'm also picking up on like a little bit of a princess energy too, spoiled, like queen even, but I don't know, the queen the queen tends to not get as doted on to me as the princess. Like the princess doesn't have a lot of the responsibilities, I guess, or the, you know, the queen is like seen to be a little bit more mature, whereas the princess is like, oh, you know, the princess, she gets whatever she wants and she's doted on, and you know, it's like she doesn't have to work, she doesn't have to worry about what's going on in the country as much. She's just royalty by blood, you know, kind of like, it's like that sort of vibe here. You know, you're not worried about something. Yeah, we have the Hierophant. I'm telling you, some of you, this could be through marriage. And like, if you're wondering if you're going to be married, where like, if you're wanting to manifest a marriage where you are taken care of, or you're financially stable, like really financially stably, or like, let's say you marry someone like wealthy. Yes. Like you're going to feel like you are finessing in this marriage. Like, and I'm not saying like that you are getting over on someone, but Neptune does add a sense of like someone's not really seeing you the way, I don't know, like that you are. Like I said, that for some of you, this has to do with spiritual work that you've done. Like you could have done work on someone, or you could have done spiritual work to manifest this in your life. Or, you know what I'm saying? This could be like a Neptune placement that you have, but I don't know. It could even, yeah, like somebody sees you through rose colored glasses. Someone puts you on a pedestal. I feel like for some of you, this is going to be a spouse that you have, or a spouse that you currently have. But I'm also picking up on, this is a community of people. Like some of you guys may be influencers, because the Aries, Leo, Sag, the Queen of Wands makes you feel like you guys are in the public eye. You have followers. Some of you may actually like have a, like, I don't want to say worshipers, but you guys know what I mean. Like there's fans, like people who will like go to bat for you. Like it's, I'm not saying y'all are Beyonce, but it's kind of that type of vibe. Like y'all have people who are willing to like go to bat for you. They also pay you well for what you do. But like the thing about this is, with the Neptune energy, people are seeing you as maybe, like you may not feel like you're as privileged or something. Like you may feel like you've had to finesse or go through things to get to this point, but this is how people are seeing you. But in reality, it's working in your favor, because people automatically assume you want the best, or that you deserve the best, or you're not going to really deal with them unless they pay top dollar, or that they give you the best treatment. They are seeing you in this way. They're seeing you as, I don't want to say more attractive than you are, but it's played up already. Like it's, I just want to say there's some sort of like haze here where it's like played up to the max. And people are automatically, well, when they see pile 3, they're just like, I know pile 3 isn't going to go out to date with me unless I spend, you know, $350 to $500 on a date. So I already planned to go to take pile 3 to the best place in the city. Or I already know that if I book a reading, or if I already know if I book a service, well, pile 3 is going to cost me top dollar, and I'm willing to pay that because they are worth that. They have that image. So even if you're trying to portray that image, like maybe you're trying to portray that image to the world so that you can get to where you want to be, like a fake it till you make it type of thing. Because remember, the finesse is here. Then yeah, that's what you're getting to. Like it's actually working in your favor. Okay. So I don't know if this is making sense, but that's what I'm seeing. Yeah, we have the Fool card. So you guys are manifesting a brand new life. Some of you, like I said, it's a marriage, and I feel like this marriage may be coming in faster than what you think it is. This could be someone that you already know, heavy on the Taurus, Sagittarius, Aries, Aquarius, Pisces. They could be a fire sign. I don't know, but either way, yeah, like you're headed towards a new life. And some people may say that you finesse this, or like I said, you're using what you got to get what you want. Some of you, maybe even you're a sex worker, or you are a stripper. And maybe some people are like, they're not seeing you in the way of like, oh, she's a stripper, da, 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 da. They're like, oh no, they deserve everything they have. Like people are not looking at maybe what you're doing and be like, oh, judging you. No, it's like Cardi B. Like people don't really care that Cardi B was a stripper. They don't care, because like that was obviously pivotal to her being this multimillionaire now. So that's what I'm seeing. Like some of you may feel like you have a hazy past or something, or people judge you, or you're, there's something edgy about you with the Queen of Wands, or something that people kind of, demonize, or maybe your sexuality or something like that, or your ability to like influence multiple people, or the way that people fall in love with you and just give you things. People will probably like, normally they would judge you for that, but like here they're seeing it as a positive thing. They're seeing it as, oh yeah, I applaud that, because that's how she's coming up. That's how she came up. So I don't know if that's making sense, but for those who this is your pile, then it will make sense. But it's just giving me a very specific message that this may even be something that you see as negative, but people are not seeing it that way. They are like seeing you through rose-colored glasses right now. And it's about to be a really big come up for you. Like especially if you're trying to manifest a sitting pretty type of vibe where you make this money from not really having to do much, it's coming in, okay? And we have the Seven of Pentacles. And that's what I'm feeling like with the Seven of Pentacles. This is something you've already been manifesting. It's not like it's just coming in because it's just coming. No, you've already put in work. Some of you put into like 6 to 7 years of work into this, you know, hustle or machine, or maybe you've been single for 6-7 years. Okay, so you put work into this. You became this Queen of Wands. But I'm saying, like, I think you have more influence than you think you do, or you're going to see soon how much influence you have. And it has to do with money, possibly, because that's adventuring. And finesse just makes me think of, like, Cardi B, like somebody who comes up, maybe even spiritual work, because you could be a psychic with the Neptune and the Queen of Wands, and people would normally judge you for that. But they think that you're so good, or, you know what I mean, you're so good at it that you deserve this life that you're going to have. You deserve to be a top spiritualist, respected in your community. You deserve to have people who listen to your beliefs and stuff like that. Like, you may create your own like little cult or something. I hate to say that, but you're going to have like people who follow you, or you're going to have a family. Like, you can marry and have a strong family, or you could marry into an influential family. But yeah, something's coming that you've already been working on. Pile 3, this is not going to be a surprise to you, because with the Seven of Pentacles there, you already have been manifesting this. And like I said, for a lot of you, it's like the last 7 years you've been working on this. And it's like 7 years is a cycle a lot of times. So you're going through a new cycle now with the Fool. Okay, so I hope that helps. I'm going to go ahead and get into the subby message. Thank you for that reading. Pile 3 was very, very nice. I liked your reading. Okay, pile 4. So this is a message for my subscribers. We're just going to see what comes out. It could be in theme with the reading, but we're really just going to see what messages are coming out for my subscribers. Okay, so we have the amethyst here, and we have laughing at the absurdity of it all. Levity and humor go a long way. I want the guy who yells at potted plants at the library. Yes, he's clearly troubled, but he's not helpless. He doesn't take any shit from vegetables, for instance. Okay, so this is talking about you guys dealing with somebody who's very weird or different or difficult to kind of deal with a little bit. Yeah, this is somebody that is weird. Like, they're hard to deal with, but you find them attractive or something like that's coming here. Okay, let me see. We have Rihanna, dominance. Okay. She kind of came out in reverse, so I wonder how that's going to apply, but we'll leave it like that. But she did come out in reverse. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to reverse it. Okay. We have the 5th house. Okay. So there's a lot of sexual energy here, a lot of passion. They're showing me something about passion here, because the 5th house is Leo's house. It's the house with passion and creativity. I'm getting sex with Rihanna being here, especially the fact that she's in like lingerie. She's in like this BDSM type thing. We know Rihanna can be very sexual. So it feels like sex is coming through here. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I think I'm getting what's going on here. The King of Pentacles. Some of you are dealing with a Virgo or a Leo. We have the 5 of Swords in reverse. That's been a major card. I've been seeing that a lot lately in collective readings. But anyway, the 5 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so overall, the message that I'm getting so far is that there may be a connection where you were super, like you were involved with someone. It could have been like casual, though. I have to say it could have been sexual. And I feel like with Rihanna coming out in reverse, like you were down for it at one point. Like you really enjoyed the sex between you and this person. You probably, you know, still would if you were actively dealing with them. But I feel like with the 5 of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles here, this person was at some point maybe sabotaging this connection because they thought it was just sex, or not even, you know, I feel like they knew what was going on, but they just kept it at that level because they're difficult. The Knight of Pentacles is difficult. And even the Knight of Pentacles can be absurd at times with the way that the Knight of Pentacles feels like they need to stick to this plan and not deter from it at all. It's absurd sometimes if someone continuously wants to stick to a plan when it's been shown several times that it's not efficient. It's like, okay, you have to rethink something here. And for a lot of you, it has something to do with commitment. Okay. It may also have something to do with children as well. For most of you, I feel like this person doesn't have children. They're probably the Knight of Pentacles. So they would be somebody like, oh, I can't have children until I have like $3 million in the bank, or, you know, something like that. This person has some sort of like energy. They're absurd, right? It just doesn't make sense. Like, you know, if you want these things, you can maybe compromise, or maybe, you know, trying to go about doing something a different way, like being the King of Pentacles, for instance, would help you get there. So the King of Pentacles is usually committed. Like, a lot of people say he's not, but he's committed. Usually the King of Pentacles is married. So that is, in a sense, what this person is seeing now, with them becoming the King of Pentacles, because their feelings for you is the King of Pentacles. They already are committed to you. Okay, you're showing up as Rihanna reverse because you're not down with this, just the sexual energy anymore. Like, you may have been in that point of your life when you connected with this person, but you're not with that anymore. And you may have also been like the dominant factor in this relationship, like the one who was pushing it along, doing most of the work. Okay. But you're not really down for that anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like now that you have rejected that role in this connection, I feel like this person wants to work on things with you. They want to move forward with you. All right. We have the Seven of Wands though. So for some of you, like, you may have blocked this person. So I don't really know why that's coming up, but boundaries are definitely being highlighted here. Let me get a card really quick. Where is, I need a deck because I need to clarify. Are you kidding me? Okay, I was gonna say, like, I know I have a deck near me somewhere. Clarify the Seven of Wands, please. Clarify the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands in reverse and the Eight of Cups upright. So some of you have placed a strong boundary with this person, and Spirit is saying that that was the right thing to do. I'm filming this in July, so for some of you, it will be relevant that this person will return in August. Okay, like if you're watching this in July or whenever August is, I can't show that. I need to hide that. Whenever August is in your month, if you're watching this in another month and August is coming up, just know that this person will want to connect with you in a much better energy come August for those who may be watching that. But either way, it's like they're saying they're going away so that this block that they've created in the connection can be healed. So maybe this person could be a Leo. They could be a Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, okay, Cancer, Sagittarius. Those are the signs that I'm picking up on. But they're saying that your role in this connection is to be like the moon, which is, the moon is mysterious. The moon is detached in a sense. It is like supposedly the sign of attachment or whatever, but crabs, the Cancer can close off. It can protect itself. It can, you know, hide its, you know, feelings and emotions. So that's kind of what Spirit is saying, be more like the High Priestess. Yeah. I feel like this person's going to want to come in and pursue, or this could just be picking up on one person. You could have more than one person coming in, but they're talking about how you change the dynamic of a connection by no longer engaging in it sexually, but also no longer being the masculine energy or like forcing the connection. This person is being forced to be the masculine energy in this connection now. Okay. So I don't know who that message is for, but that's what's coming through for the collective. If that resonated, let me know down below. But thank y'all so much for being here. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. If you would like a personal reading, that is in the description box. Or if you would like to get something off my Etsy, you can check out my Etsy shop. I have some really powerful products on Etsy. I'm constantly updating that shop, so you can favorite it so you can, you know, stay up to date. But thank y'all so much for your support. It really means a lot, and I will talk to y'all very soon. Peace. Have a good one. Sweet Hoodoo Tarot out.